And welcome to Blues Game Day Live with Kelly Chase. I am John Kelly. Blues and Blackhawks tonight here at Scottrade. You really don't need to say a whole lot more than that, do you, Kelly?
No, it's funny. I was talking about it this morning, and you talk about rivalries and about the expectations from the players, and there's a dislike amongst both communities, in both, in baseball and in hockey, and certainly you don't need to get up for a Chicago Blackhawk game. It seems like no matter where they are in the standings, there's a lot at stake just from a pride standpoint, and I don't expect tonight to be any different.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. We want to tell you about a couple of things. First of all, tonight is a power play for United Way. Hopefully you're raising a lot of money for United Way, and also every fan in attendance will get this beautiful magnetic
right there, buddy.
Schedule that you have one, I have one, brought to you by our good friends at Pepsi. So that's a great keepsake to put on your refrigerator or your head if it'll
I tried
stick.
to see if it would, if the metal plate, if it would stick, but
right.
No.
Close though, right?
Close.
Yeah.
You can feel it.
All right, so everyone gets this great magnetic schedule, and good news, it looks like we can't confirm as of yet, but Alexander Steen has been practicing, and there's a chance he returns tonight.
I think there's a good chance he'll play in the game tonight, and I think that starts to spread out the depth a little bit that the Blues are looking for. Certainly with 5 guys out of the lineup that are prominent figures, it makes a huge hole in this team, and others have got to be asked to step up, but it created some opportunities. I think the Blues have now been able to look at where they situate and know that there needs to become more scoring depth, and it gets spread out a little bit knowing that Steen's going to probably go into the top 6. And once that happens, someone will drop down a little bit, and you hope you get some creativity from that 9-up group as well. Because, when you're only scoring a goal, you're in a hockey game, you need 2 goals like they did last game against Tampa. It makes it difficult to put the pressure on the top guys all the time.
Yeah, no question. Of course, the Blues overall 4-2. They've lost their last 2. But, Kelly, I think big picture, 4-2, tough schedule. Lots of injuries, pretty good record so far.
Right, and we're not trying to make excuses with the injuries as well, and it's been a tough schedule. The reality is that there's no team in the league that can sustain the types of injuries the Blues have and still expect to be, running at 1,000% on their winning percentage. So the St. Louis Blues have got out of the gate to the start that they wanted. Now they're going to have to find ways to keep crawling and adding points to it because, it doesn't look like besides Steen there's anybody coming back immediately. So for that reason, the Blues are going to have to find other ways to score goals. And I think Alex moving into the top 6 is going to help. Meanwhile,
the Chicago Blackhawks did make some big changes in the offseason. Nicholas Hjalmarsson traded. Also, they made a big trade with Columbus. Panarin, going to the Blue Jackets. And Brandon Saad has come back, and he's played well for Chicago.
He's played great. Surprisingly, to me, really well. And the reason I say that is because Brandon didn't look like the same type of player with the Columbus Blue Jackets. But I think that they got him back more as a support staff to Jonathan Toews, who's played a lot of minutes in more of a rougher tumbler style than Patrick Kane. They feel like Patrick Kane can adapt to other players better, whereas Saad and Toews have been terrific together, and when you see what they've done to start off the season, you'll know why they got him back. Whereas Panarin and Kane work so well together, but Patrick can have a lot of different flexibility, I guess would be the word, on his line and still be able to create.
Yeah, Chicago's a good club, but Kelly, I think the Blues should have a lot of confidence going into tonight's game. They beat them in the Winter Classic, beat them in the playoffs a couple of years ago, so they've really won some big games against this club the last couple of years.
I think that's a confidence builder too, and knowing, hey, no, we're not just here to compete with them, we're here to beat them, and this is a good test for them. There's going to be, look, they don't get tested by them again until March. So this, to me, is a little bit of a measuring stick early in the season to know what's out there and the way that the Hawks have been playing. I think that, hey, if you can win this hockey game, you know that you're in for a fight for the top spots in the league.
All right, should be a great battle tonight, Blues and Hawks. Of course, you'll be on the radio with Chris Kerber. 7:10 puck drop on KMOX. The game can also be seen on NBC Sports Network. For Kelly Chase, John Kelly, enjoy the day. We'll see you tonight at Scottrade, Blues and Blackhawks.